And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Coming at you, yeah! December 16th. Boy, Christmas is next week, fellers.
Wow.
Already?
Yeah. Year's going fast. Year is going fast. Tiger wasn't listening last night. I go, dude, you're going to lose your TV for the rest of the year. You don't listen, dude. He goes, there's only like 2 weeks left of the year. I went, all right, dude. You know what I mean, though. A calendar year, bro. 12 months. Good point, though. That stuff makes you laugh. Don't talk back to your dad, though. But hilarious. What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays. You're out there getting your shopping on. Shout out to all those that participate in the second Drive Fast All Gas giveaway for the Roush Supercharged Dark Horse SEMA Build Mustang. It's over. Now it's out of my control. It goes to a law firm who picks the random winner. They get all the data, and then they pick the winner, and then they let me know. This is the bummer, and this is what we're trying to talk to them about. Whoever wins, like it happened with the last feller, Will, who was in some random part of Colorado, by the time they get to me, they've talked to 5 or 6 people. So they're on the phone for like hours or, a hot second. So, you film, you're expecting like, oh my God, this is so insane. Hell yeah, man. By the time you get to me, they're drained. So I go, hey man, you win the car. They're like, whew, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I just got done submitting all this information. So we're trying to figure out how to get by that, but it's kind of tough. So we'll see. But it's with the law firm. They said 5 days. So they got the information this morning. So hopefully by Friday, I say at the latest, knowing how fast lawyers work, we'll announce the winner by Monday, Tuesday. That's the plan. And then take a little break for the holidays. Probably next giveaway, I'd say March, April. Cars are cool. Mustang, I'm not the biggest Mustang guy. I like the GT500. I like the 350s. Dark Horse is cool. Not my jam. Never been a big Mustang guy. I love some of the older stuff, but never the biggest Mustang guy. Cool car. Got to drive it, obviously, a little bit. But yeah, I got an idea what I want to do next. Doing some diesel stuff. The Power Stroke 6.0s, 6.4s, 7.3s, fully custom. It'd be dope. Doing my boy Bruno at Sig Motorsports. I think that's my lane. That's what I like to do. That's what I'm passionate about. So I think that might be the move moving forward. But it is I'll be honest, it's a relief when it's over. It's a lot of work. Of course. It's fun. I love it. A lot of work. Just as content-wise for Mark and the team, it's just a lot, Heavy lies the crown with that stuff. But it's dope. And we're a small team here. We're not like, Diesel Bros or Gas Monkey or 8080 who have an entire staff. All they do is giveaways. This is like a side project for us. But it's dope. I love it. So shout out to all those guys that participated. Went great, man. Went great. And, the merch is lit. Shout out to Top Shelf for getting it done, getting people their orders on time this go around. So shout out to all the boys there working their ass off. And, so good luck to whoever wins that bad boy. Good freaking luck. You'll get notified before Christmas, unless this law firm takes the holidays off or so, who knows. They shouldn't, though. They told us they're good. So we'll see what happens there. Outside that, boys, Christmas is coming up, dudes. What'd you guys ask for Santa for?
I know my wish. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I know my wish.
Oh, inside baseball. What's your wish, Case?
Probably just like some golf balls or something.
Yeah, just some golf shit?
Yeah.
Dude, what do you and your girl do?
It's a good question. What do we do?
You've been together how long? 2 years? 3 years?
Yeah.
What'd you do last Christmas?
I mean, I remember, and I can tell you because I remember. I don't remember.
With my girl, I'm like, I hate surprises. Or like, oh, we got you this. You're just like, oh, man, So I was like, I need this car parts for the Power Stroke 6.0. I'm just going to order it. I don't need you to wrap it because I need to put it in the truck like Thursday. So just order that and say it's from you. You know, if you want to do like a small surprise on the side, we can do that. Same thing. I was like, just tell me what you want so I don't waste money and time. Like, let's just be efficient about this. It's not sexy, but it's just the way to do it, man. When you're getting older, it's just the way to do it. Kids, yeah, they're still Santa. Somewhat. I'm on the fence with that Santa stuff. You know how hard I worked to buy these fucking presents? I'm sure you can give Santa all the credit. Little Bossy's full-blown Santa. But then some are from Santa and some are from mom and dad. The dope shit's from mom and dad. From mom and dad. And then we were at the King Shock's Christmas party on Saturday, and they have all sorts of crazy stuff. Shout out to King Shock's. But I want to get the boys these, I think we talked about before, Chin, those remote control cars, Trax.
Traxxas.
It's Traxxx.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they had a booth there, and I was going to order those, like, you know, I'm always last second. So I was going to order it like this week, but they had a booth there, and the boys like, oh, Dad, this is what we want. So I was like, all right. And they have the reason I like them is they have the old school trucks. Like you see that one there. Like they have the
Bigfoot.
old school ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what I got. I got them a F100 and a C10, and they're like lifted with Mickey Thompson wheels on them. Like they like stuff like I like. They don't like the new stuff. Like Tiger see the new stuff. He's like, ah, man, I wish they had something like we like, Dad. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you, dude. The guy's like, yeah, we have F100s, C10s over here. And T's like, that's what. And Bossy's like, yeah. So I was like, all right, I'll get them, but you can't open them until Christmas. Ooh, that was a fight all day. Ooh, that was a fight.
All of that.
That's exactly what I got them. That K10 High Trail. Yep, those are the exact two I got.
Yeah, those look way doper
Yeah. Than the other ones.
than
Those
the
are
fake
cool, right?
looking ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sweet, man. And they're based out of Cali. They're in La Harbor, I think, their headquarters. Yeah, the guy was like, stop by the headquarters. I'm like, we should go up there.
Hell yeah.
That'd be dope. Yeah, Christmas is coming, dude. Christmas is coming. There's some Danish town in Santa Barbara. It's like outside of Santa Barbara. It's super Christmassy. So I forget the name of it. But it's like an old school Danish. And for Christmas, it looks like.
Solvang?
Yes.
Oh, there. That's where I go camping there.
Oh, really?
Like Kachuma's by there, yeah.
How far is it?
To get to Solvang, probably like from here, 2 hours, maybe.
I think we're going to take the kiddos up there on Saturday. Maybe Sunday. But it looks so good. It looks like freaking St. Nick lives there.
Yeah, it's a dope little spot.
Is it cool?
Yeah. It's like you're in a
looks
different
like
village.
Disney World for Christmas.
Right? But you don't want to go there in the summer. That'd be weird.
Right.
But Christmas, look at that place, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they decorate it for Christmas. It's supposed to be cool.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah, that's the plan.
They have a very famous Anderson pea soup there too. You got to give it a shot.
Anderson P.
Anderson's pea soup.
It's pea soup. Mm-hmm. The biggest pea soup guy.
And they filmed that Sideways movie there. You remember about the line?
I love Sideways. Me and my mom love that movie Sideways.
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti?
Yes, great movie.
So that's Solvang.
I'm not drinking Merlot.
Yes, it's a great movie. Well, let's get into the fights.
Such a
Let's get into the fights. Dude, you had a fight night. Joaquin Buckley, Colby Covington coming back with about 2 years off as your main event fight night. This was a great fight night. Great fight night. Good way to end the year. You had a bunch of KOs. Just on that main card alone, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. Was it? Yeah, 6 fight main card. 4 stoppages out of the 6. One of the stoppages was a doctor stoppage in the main event, which was best case scenario for Colby Covington. We can get right into Colby Covington. I mean, Sean Woodson is a savage. Why he's not getting more traction is wild to me. That dude just starches everybody. Joel Alvarez looked fantastic. Michael Johnson still doing the damn thing. Dude, 15 years in the UFC? That dude started when I started. Still doing it. Starched that boy. Starched him. There's some bad knockouts.
Yeah.
Dustin Jacoby, Vitor Petrino. Vitor, first team, all body. God, dog, it's distracting. He got starched, man. He was winning that fight. On the cards, dude, he knocked him out with about a minute 16 left. If it went to the judges minute 16, he probably loses that fight. Out cold, man. out cold. Great knockout. Cape looked phenomenal. Was clowning dudes. His talk with Dana, even Dana was like, enjoy your moment. We'll talk after this. He's not getting the title shot, though. And then Cub Swanson. Cub can do whatever he wants to do. And I've said this before. We've been doing the show so long. I'm sure I've said things multiple times. I've trained with everybody. I know, oh, you've trained with this guy? I have, bitch. Here's the thing with Cub Swanson. When I was at Jackson's, in training, again, training with everybody. When in his prime, I've never seen somebody more talented than Cub Swanson in the training room. Ever. This dude is a Swiss Army knife. He can do it all. It was, especially back then, you're talking 15 years ago, 13 years ago. Dude, he could southpaw, traditional, grappling, wrestling, boxing, head movement. Like his movement, I just remember watching him like, what the fuck? So talented, dude. So goddamn talented. He's so good, man. Probably the best to ever do it and not become champ. Still doing the damn thing. Now, you know, Cub's a dad. I loved when he said, thanks for letting a 41-year-old dad, you know, entertain you guys. Love all that. Him and his wife are great. As a fighter, I understand, you know, a walk-off, home run, knockout, and you're like, oh, dude, I can still do this. Yes, but just from, I wanted him to go out on that note. It's going to be impossible to beat that moment. It's going to be impossible. Billy's going to be fine. He gets starched, right? You know, he came up in Tampa, so he beat the hometown boy in the co-main event. But for Cub, like that was it, dude. That was the moment. And he's like, yeah, I know. Think I should retire? Of course, the crowd's like, no. But dude, they're not paying your bills. They don't know what you have to deal with. Go be a dad, dude. You did it. You did it. That's some of the most finishes, most fights in UFC history. First ballot Hall of Famer. He's already in the Hall of Fame for his fight with Superboy. Like, he's a Hall of Famer already. What's left, dude? Title shot's not, I mean, those days are over. You know, that's no shade. I fucking love Cub. I just told you he's the most talented guy I've ever seen. Dude, this is a storybook ending. That's it, dude. And he had the moment there, and you could tell he was like emotional. I was like, here we go, Cub. Do it, Cub. And then nothing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Our boy Jack Shore, they gave a shout out to for his retirement.
Yeah, dude, that was out of nowhere.
Good for him.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a win. I tell you guys, a win is going, nah, I'm good. And you're making money elsewhere. That huge win. Nah, I'm good. I don't have to do this. That's the win. That's what you want. From your favorite fighter, that's what you want. You don't want them sticking around till they end up face first, ass up. That's what you don't want that.
That was his record. He won at pretty much every fight except for the last.
Such a beast, dude.
3 out of 4. And he said that it was like the last few months he just wasn't in it fully. So he's like,
got to get out. Yeah. That was like me. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah. Dude, you're going to get hurt. At this level, competing at the highest level, you're going to get hurt. This ain't the lower levels, the regional scene where you can get by if you don't feel good. Dude, at this level, you can get fucked up. Especially Jack Shore. They're not giving you these easy fights, man. You're getting killers, especially at that weight class. But yeah, for Cub, I thought that was it. That'd been a special moment. But he's like, so we'll see. I'm like, oh, no. Now I'll support him, whatever he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do, man. Not a boring fight bone in his body. One of the best. Let's take a little break here because the holidays are here, kids. It's here. It's December 16th already. You know what that means? It's a crazy, stressful time of the year. Oh, my God. From shopping for gifts for your loved one, hosting the family, talking politics, attending endless Christmas parties. The pressure can start to get to some people out there. That's why I want to tell you about Magnesium Breakthrough from Bioptimizers. This isn't your average magnesium supplement that you've heard about before. It contains the full spectrum of all 7 proven forms of magnesium to start every system in your body. Magnesium is essential for managing stress, maintaining a calm, balanced mood. So, if you're all stressed out, you've been looking for something, maybe you're getting a little extra sleep, add some Bioptimizer magnesium to your diet. And boy, oh boy, don't let the stress burn you out or ruin this holiday season because Magnesium Breakthrough is your champion this holiday season. All right? Give your body the magnesium it craves. It's the perfect gift for yourself or a loved one who's stressed out this holiday season. All right. For an exclusive offer, go to bioptimizers.com/Schaub, all lowercase. That's BIOPTIMIZERS.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Use the promo code Schaub during checkout to save 10%. If you subscribe, not only will you get amazing discounts and free gifts, you make sure your monthly supply is guaranteed. Bioptimizers.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Joaquin Buckley, Colby Covington. Oh boy. Fan of Colby. I've supported Colby for all these years. It's all a gimmick. Being upset at Colby for the stuff he says or does is like being upset at The Undertaker for believing in the underworld. It's all the same shit to me. So I never take anything he says too serious. He runs with it, right? He looked bad. He looked bad. And with the issue is with his fighting style, if when he was in his prime, if he's at a 10, cardio and wrestling and mix it up, he's never been the best striker, but just as far as putting it all together, mixed martial arts, if he's at a 10, when that lowers to a 7 with his fighting style, it's impossible. Especially when you're fighting Joaquin Buckley, who's a top 5 guy, bar none. I mean, Joaquin's a monster. And I mean, he was, especially early on, I mean, there was just nothing for him, man. Joaquin looked so much stronger. And when Colby's like, yeah, I had him, man, he started to fade, and it's unfortunate about the eye. It's like, nah, man, that was a gift from the fight gods. That your eye got fucked up because you're about to get highlight reel knocked out. You're about to get finished, dude. So for Colby, it's like compete with those, and that fight wasn't close. That wasn't even competitive. Just not competitive. The other thing too is Colby. He said in the press conference, like, I'm gonna walk out with some people that are gonna surprise you, bring a lot of hype. And when he walked out with Hulk Hogan, I love Hulk Hogan. He's a living legend, dude. When he walked out with Hulk Hogan and Chael Sonnen, my brother Chael Sonnen, I went, oh, that's interesting. I thought it was gonna be like Donald Trump Jr. or something like that. Maybe Trump, because he's close with, does all that campaign for Trump. All that campaign just shows up to events and takes pictures with him. But it's not like he's fundraising for Trump, But I think he thought that was gonna be a different flex. The crowd was so lukewarm. And with Hulk, he's like, he has the flag, but it's wrapped up. He's like gripping. He's using it as a cane. You're like, okay, well, this is kind of a bummer. And then he ripped his shirt, but he was pre-cut. You're like, oh man, this is tough. And you could just tell he just didn't look like himself. Mm-hmm. And he's doing what the fighters do, the whole YouTube thing now. And Chael's like, God bless Chael. He's the guy you want after you lose a fight, or even if you win a fight. But he's the guy you want. He's like, boy, dude, that was a fight. You're gonna get the fight of the night. I'm like, who did they give the bonuses to? Does it say at the bottom of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cub Swanson, Billy, Dustin Kobe, Michael Johnson. Yeah. When Chael, you saw the whole card. You're watching the back there when he's like, dude, you're getting a bonus for sure. You should be proud of yourself. Chael, I love you, but and I get it. It's tough being in those locker room. In what world would that be fight? That was a shutout. That'd be like a baseball team. The pitcher throws a no-hitter, and you're the team that got no hits. Be like, dude, that was great. That was sick, dude. Dude, that might be game of the year. What? That's what you want. You want a guy in your corner who's keeping it positive, For Kobe, I don't know where he goes. I don't know where he goes. With that fighting style, it's going to be tough to compete in the top 15 in the welterweight division. It'll be super, super tough. Super, super tough. He probably, if he wants to continue to fight, they'll probably use him as a jumping board for a young guy. Keep going down, Chin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Case, you said something too, right, about Machado or something?
Yeah, well, they've been talking trash, but Colby said he would fight him under, some conditions. Ian would have to turn on his Instagram comments again, and then if he wins, his wife would have to do a video for Colby.
Unfortunately, it's over. Yeah. Like that ship sailed. Like the performance Ian put up against Shavkat, you're like, Ian would have finished him too. That'd been a horrible fight for Colby. Horrible fight. Ian Machado Gary would have lit his ass up, dude. Lit him up. That'd be a terrible. These young guys, it's just not the move. For Joaquin Buckley, he did that. I didn't mind it. It wasn't cringy or nothing like that. I didn't mind it. At first, I was like, oh, no, what's he doing? He's I'm going to let the fans, it's a shame y'all leaving. Here we go. If you want me to fight, who's the first one?
I know he said
Bilal,
Kamaru,
and Leon. Leon got the least amount of cheers.
Yeah, I think Kamaru got the most.
Kamaru got the most, then Bilal, because that's not happening. He's not fighting Bilal. Bilal Shavkat, unless, I don't know, Ramadan or who knows, they can't fight. Maybe that would give him the opportunity. I think Leon Edwards makes the most sense.
I think Kamaru.
Kamaru's already, supposedly, around the water cooler, Kamaru's already fighting Jack. JDM. Also, you got to worry about just beating up old guys. That's kind of what Colby made his name off of, beating up a lot of guys who, big names, but older, I would still like to see Buckley versus Ian Gary. I think that's the fight. I think Ian, even though Joaquin Buckley beat
Covington,
Colby, I think Ian Gary's stock is higher than Joaquin Buckley's in a losing effort to Shavkat. I think we can all watch and go, oh my God, Chad would have fucked Colby up. And the debate there would be, how does Joaquin Buckley do against Shavkat? Would he get his back like that? Would he put him in compromised positions? Maybe. Joaquin's fucking good, dude. Top 5 guy. So you got older heads sitting there, and then you got the new wave coming in. The new wave is fucking here, dude. They're knocking at the fucking gates. That new wave is Shavkat, JDM, Sean Brady, Ian Machado Gary, Joaquin Buckley. They're monsters. That's the future. And then you got the old heads sitting there. You got Leon Edwards. Bilal's not young, but he's going to be tough to get out of there because he's still in his prime. So you got Bilal, you got Leon Edwards, you got Kamaru, Gilbert Burns, Jeff Neal, Wonder Boy. You got the older heads sitting there. But for Buckley, he's beat up Wonder Boy, older. Now he just beat up Colby, older. Do we just keep doing this older thing? I don't think so. I think because Leon Edwards he's not beat like these other, Leon Edwards, he just fought for a fucking title, dude. So I think Leon Edwards is in a different category than those other guys I mentioned. So I think you could do Buckley versus Leon. Because when Edwards is supposed to headline in London, is that February?
I think it's April. Let me double check.
See, if it's April, that's what you do. But we're fucked if it's February or March. It's too soon. Even though Buckley really didn't get touched. I'll tell you what, though.
Oh, March.
You could do that. January, February, March. You could do that, late March. If Buckley wants to do that. No injuries, really. Because if you don't do Buckley, Ian Gary said he's not going to fight in England. If he's going to fight in Europe, it has to be Dublin, which is strange, but whatever. Leon Edwards, Ian Gary's an amazing fight, but all right, let's say that's not happening. If you don't do Buckley, you do Sean Brady versus Leon Edwards. Because you got all these young dudes just sitting there, foaming at the mouth to take out these old lions. So the UFC just has to be calculated. Who's the guy? And then they're all going to, the next year, you're going to have, let's say you have Shavkat as your champ. You have Ian Gary 2. You have fucking Buckley 3, JDM 4, Sean Brady 5. That's how it looks in the next year. All that young crop just goes whoop, and then a few years those boys are gonna be dominating. All fucking talented. And there's gonna be that's why I think the belt's gonna rotate. It's gonna be tough to take out, just maintain at that pace. You have all those boys in the prime too. Welterweight division by far my favorite, by far.
You don't think Shavkat just holds on to it
No.
if he were to win?
Nope. I think Shavkat's beatable. I think Shavkat's toughest test will be Bilal. I don't know if he beats Bilal. And then Sean Brady's no punk matchup wise for Shavkat. JDM's been singing for years to fight Shavkat. He knows something we don't know. I think Ian Gary can beat him. I think he's beatable. But I don't think he walks through those 4 gentlemen I mentioned just back to defending it. I think he's going to lose. Maybe he beats 2 of them, loses that 3rd one. beats one of them, loses that second one. And it's just going to rotate. They're going to beat each other. Any given night, they can beat each other. It's fantastic. Fantastic. For the casuals, I can have that reigning champ defending 6, 7 times, whatever. It's going to be great. That welterweight division is by far the best division. Just as far as the young crop of actual stars, if Ian Machado Gary can just figure out a way to get finishes, now we're cooking. Now we go in Sizzler. But yeah, that division's fantastic. Fantastic. Let's take a little break here, kids, because Christmas is coming up. It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in all the action. You got NFL on Netflix, dude. That's right. Live NFL games this holiday season, this Christmas, for God's sakes. In the season of giving, all right? And we're being gifted college football and basketball and pro football and basketball and pro hockey. There's so much to bank on, dude. It's almost 24/7. Here's a little gift for all new customers with DraftKings. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code SCHAUBSHOW. That's code SCHAUBSHOW for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. When you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.
And then Dana made a lot of news at the press conference. Ton of news at the press conference. Announcing all sorts of shit. The biggest takeaway was, so he goes, I guarantee Jones Aspinall happens. I assume it's next year. I also assume that's the carrot because the Connor carrot's out, right? The Connor carrot's a little damaged, right? For whatever reason, however you feel about, no matter what, that's damaged with the TV right deals. Now, the carrot is John Jones Aspinall. Look, biggest heavyweight title fight of all time. It's going to happen next year. They both agreed to it. What's up? Who wants it? That's what they're doing. Sounds like it's getting done. Aspinall went on Piers Morgan's show and said he's agreed to it and they're negotiating with John. So we'll see. I bet we get it next year. I bet we get. I've told you this before. I think we get it International Fight Week, that big card in the summer. That's when that happens. And then, but Dana said, I got some other news that happened today. He was going to blow your guys' minds. You guys be running like chickens with their head cut off. Here's the problem with that, because he did this at UFC 300. Remember, he's like, y'all going to get blown away. I was like,
You weren't blown.
I wasn't blown, baby.
Waiting to get blown.
I remember that.
Dude, it's with the internet today and like the rumors and fake news, it's damn near impossible to blow somebody. No matter what he says, when I heard that, I'm like, what could it be? The only thing that would blow me, like blow me hard and like bust hard, would be if it's Francis. Mm-hmm. He has one fight left on PFL contract. He's going to finish that out fighting who? God knows what poor soul they find to get knocked out by him, and then he'll be a free agent. It'd be if they're like, we got Francis back in the mix. Francis is going to fight the winner, guaranteed winner of Aspinall Jones. That would blow me.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at. That's very difficult to get done. Outside that, what else could it be? You go through it. Khabib coming back, that doesn't blow me. I'd go, well, all right. Another Dagestan grappler. Okay. It's Makhachev, but not as good striking. Oh, cool, man. He's jumping 55. He's not coming back. He's not going to fight his brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he did, it'd blow you, though.
That would blow the fuck out of me. Pantoja, Mighty Mouse? That'd be cool. Does it blow you? It's getting there.
Getting there.
Getting there. But you want to be surprised. The one that would surprise you would be Francis.
Yeah.
The Francis, like, holy shit. Like, if Dana put his ego and his, negotiation tactics away, he always holds grudges against everybody. If you put that to the side, because PFL's sinking like a motherfucker, and sign Francis, that would do it. Oh, shit. Because you got investors, you got stockholders, you got to, hold accountable.
That Turk, Alish, or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be the most meaningful too, because Francis was essentially the absolute champion of UFC.
And John waits till Francis leaves,
So it'd be
comes back. That would do it.
be the real champion.
Undisputed champion. Because right now, no matter who, everything's disputed. Because you got the champ over in PFL. He never lost while being the champ recently. Then he leaves because of negotiations. And then John gets the inaugural belt, right? That would blow me. Is there anything, like if they announce, I don't think it's Conor news because UFC's not going to announce in January that Conor's fighting after all this horrible, dark shit going on in Dublin. Can't be Conor Nate. You're like, oh, what? I guess that blows me. GSP come back? Would that blow you?
No, not me.
That'd bum me out. Wouldn't blow me. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Malakin? What if they signed heavyweight Malakin, the one championship heavyweight?
It'd be fun, but it wouldn't blow me.
Wouldn't blow me.
Yeah.
And he lost his last fight, so he's no longer the champ. So that's a bad take, Brendan. Lost to Rug.
Yeah, nothing.
Is there anything else?
No, that would be it. That would be the ultimate.
It'd have to be Francis to get blown, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing else. In this day and age of social media, Dana, I'm telling you, dude, you got to stop edging everybody thinking it's going to be this big news. Like, trust me, it's already out there, and some sites ran with it. So if it doesn't get announced, it just disappoints. Like, 300 was not the flex you thought it was going to be. The Sphere was not the flex you thought it was going to be. So to blow people, it has to be something like Francis would be out of left field, and people are like, what? That's out of character. It has to be Francis if it's going to blow us.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe something with Pereira, but he's gonna fight Ankalaev anyways, right? That's like the next person in line. Mm-hmm. That's not blown.
Him going to heavyweight wouldn't blow us because he'd have to fight. He'd have to fight Aspinall or Jones, but they're talking about Jones Aspinall.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be like you said, something like out of like.
I know. See, that my problem is like, and Danny takes all this heat right when he announced it. And people are like, what the fuck? Because it's tough. He set himself up. He should just announce and not say anything. Amanda Nunes, Kayla Harrison.
No,
that's not blowing anybody. No. It'd be dope. Doesn't blow me. Francis blows me. That sounded weird. What else you got, Jen?
So Dana also announced a pretty cool fight card for. Well, he had two of the matchups are great. So Adesanya versus Imavov, which is great, but Magomedov versus Page is awesome. That's Shara Bullet.
Oh,
that's in February, Riyadh season.
How do you feel about Izzy Imavov?
That one I wasn't like, yeah.
I love Izzy. It's just not like Imavov's good. You know, he's a tough fucking character. I think Izzy beats him, but it's just I just want something more for Izzy, you know?
But
it's a tough fight.
Maybe it's good for Izzy to have this fight.
Yeah.
And then
I think Izzy beats him, then puts him right back in the race there. Shara Bullet and Michael Venom Page, fantastic.
Yeah, that's gonna be so much fun.
That's great matchmaking. Pretty sure we're doing a fight campaign with Rogan for that one.
That's gonna be like an early card too again.
Yeah,
maybe? Yeah,
Saturday. Those are good.
Yeah,
those don't blow me.
Here's a fun one.
Oh, Olberg finally getting
against Jan Blachowicz, March 22nd.
I like that.
So Carlos is coming up the ranks.
And that's in London, so that's the co-main event. And the main event would be Leon versus either JDM or Buckley.
Oh, damn. You think Buckley?
Yeah, they could do it. End of March. Buckley's not hurt. And he fought 4 times this year. 4 times. That's how active he is. That's going to slow down now he's ranked higher. That's the way it goes. But yeah, 4 times. Had a great year, man. Huge year for that young man.
You kind of covered some of these already. So yeah, Dana White says John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. He thinks it's 100% happening in 2025.
Yeah, it happens.
RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez, is going to headline against Jared Cannonier, and that's his first headlining
On
event.
a fight night?
On an Apex fight night, yeah.
That's a good card. Good fight.
This one was really bizarre to me. So Curtis Blades is going to face a UFC rookie. His name is Rizvan Kuniev, and I'll show you his record here.
Can he wrestle?
I have no nothing
Russian,
about
I
this
assume,
guy.
yeah. Yeah, they're doing my boy dirty. They're doing my boy Curtis dirty.
From Dagestan, too, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of out of left field, but
Yeah. They're looking for something.
I saw this too. That Kuniev guy fought Henan Fahea, who's like that giant guy that
Yeah.
Francis just beat.
And he beat him?
But he beat him, but then it was overturned for
He tested hot?
Yep.
They probably just wrestled him, I'm sure. Let's take a little break because this episode is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ow! Never gets old. O'Reilly's in the business of keeping your car on the road. Check this out. Real story. Facts. My girl went, oh, my coolant engine light's on. What should I do? I said, well, where you at? She goes, I'm off DeSoto. I said, me too. There's an O'Reilly. Let me jump in there, see if I have the coolant for your German-made vehicle. They sure did. I went to the front. The guy said, I'm glad you asked. I said, do you have 50-50? I don't need the highly concentrated because I don't have something to mix water in it. Has to be 50-50, no water added. He goes, say less. Let me check the back. Add it in the back. Got 2 gallons of it. Put my girl's car. No problems. That's O'Reilly. When you need them, they're there. They got it all. All right. So whether you're a car expert or rookie, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, super friendly. The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself. You can find what you need in-store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Schaub.
Okay. Do you remember that video of Nate Diaz in a hotel lobby kind of messing with some security guard? I'll just play real quick. It's so fast.
Isn't this like every weekend for Nate? I just don't get it for a guy that fights for a living who's a professional. I just don't get how you get in all these altercations.
Yeah, well, he's actually getting charges. Misdemeanor charges, though.
That's
of
silly.
assault.
Who presses charges?
I don't know. They want to make money, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. They probably tried selling before.
And do you remember the video? I'll just play the video. I'll play this video first. This is for Jake Paul and Nate Diaz.
So it's funny that Nate Diaz is like actually scared to fight me in MMA. Actually,
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
So Nate finally replied to him because he didn't say anything afterwards when Jake Paul wanted to fight him in MMA. But then Nate says, sign the contract, scary, and not in 12 months from now and in a shitty organization. So he's actually entertaining it. I don't know how
Yeah, but Nate's
real
not going to fight in the PF. I'm with Nate on this. Like, yeah, I'm down to fighting MMA, but why would Nate lower his standards? Go the PFL's a shit show, dude. Like, why would you go fight in the PFL?
I'm just thinking they pay him a grip.
Nah, fuck that. Nate's a UFC guy. Like, he's still in cahoots with UFC. He was backstage, he's throwing water bottles, whatever, doing his shit. Of course, that's his thing. But Nate's not going to diminish his product and fight in the PFL. Like, that's just a sign of it's over. If you go from the UFC to PFL, your complete career is over. No, even if you're fighting Jake Paul. So the problem here is Dana's going to have to play nice and sign Jake Paul to one fight deal in the UFC.
Maybe
you like
that's
money?
what he's teasing.
Jake's teasing that?
Maybe that's Dana's big tease.
Boom! Bing. That's it. That's it. That would blow me. Hard.
I've just seen Jake Paul walk out to the UFC octagon.
Yeah, I can.
I'm getting a little blown right now, too.
That would do it. That would do it more so than Francis for me. Dana, hey, can't stand this fucking kid. He's going to do his thing. But numbers are numbers. Nate wanted to fight. If they're going to do it, we want him to do it here. Nate's a UFC guy. July 4th, July 3rd, Nate Diaz, Jake Paul, co-main event.
Yeah, that'd be freaking huge.
That's the news.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because Jake could do it.
Yeah, and Jake is with PFL. The PFL owner or co-owner said that they did definitely want to do a cross promotion, and then that Turkey, I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking, Turkey guy.
That's never happening. So here's the thing. The UFC is never going to co-promote with PFL, GFL, BFL, LGBTQ, barbecue, GLA, whatever it is. That's never happening. So Dana's going to go, cool, we'll entertain this. PFL has nothing to do with this. Because by them co-promoting with PFL gives PFL all the legitimacy in the space. That gives them a threat for years to come. UFC's never going to do that.
But how about this? Since Jake is with PFL, he's like one of the, is he kind of like part owner too or something like that?
Something. I don't know his exact deal with him.
He's a part of it, yeah.
I'm telling you, that would be the holdup.
So Francis is also part of PFL. So
He has
I'm
one fight
thinking,
left, though.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like that Turkey Al-Sheikh, I think that's his name. He has so much power, so much money to where he can convince the PFL owner to be like, all right, we're gonna pay you this much. We're gonna have it in the UFC. So they're not necessarily cross promoting, but they get permission.
That's fine
to do that.
See, that would work. It's not, if they have permission, but there's gonna be PFL's not gonna touch this. UFC would never go PFL collab with UFC. Never. That ain't happening.
Yeah, as far as like
You're not gonna fight Nate Diaz, one of the biggest stars in the sport of all time, and then PFL gets to piggyback on that and look like a legit company, when all they're doing is inflating numbers and talking shit about the UFC with their terrible fucking roster, which leads us to GFL. They announce all this stuff. I will never understand this. People that have been around the sport long enough know you've seen Affliction, you've seen IFL, you've seen Strike Force, you've seen Ryzen, you've seen all these leagues pop up, and none of them ever work out. They eventually all fade out. And when I saw the GFL news, it was announced on Ariel's show. Shout out to Ariel. And what they're doing is it's a team concept, right? Which is IFL. Okay. And then they announce all these names on there, which is a whole nother issue. But they announce all these older names on there. I assume the funding and the money comes from this, from guys in whatever the tech space or hedge fund investors that don't know flying shit about mixed martial arts. They have no clue. And they're the ones that just keep losing their ass over the years investing in these horrible organizations to compete with the UFC. The UFC is the UFC, dude. It's the NFL. It's the NBA. There's a reason there's no other leagues that can compete with the NFL. Rock tried his bullshit. But all it is a, hey, you like NFL? Well, why don't you check out, we're not going to do it the same season, we'll do it around it, a much watered down version of the product you love. It's never worked out for anybody, especially in fighting. Someone needs to get in their ear. I mean, the reason I like it is these fighters get paid. Cool, man. Get your money because they're not associated with the UFC anymore. There's really nowhere for guys to go anymore. There's really nowhere to go. So I like that. Hell yeah. These dumbass Silicon Valley or hedge fund investors want to get these fighters, my friends, paid. Fuck, do it, dude. Get your money, son. Hell yeah, I like that. But as far as a fan, as a business guy, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? That would be like, all this is watered down versions of what the UFC does. Just because they're teams doesn't make it different. IFL did it. They ended up going bankrupt. This isn't anything new, but they repackage it, being like, look at this, but still just a shitty version of the UFC. Is there any debate that UFC doesn't put on enough fights for you? So many. I love it. I don't need more. My complaint with the UFC is not more, just more quality, but it's tough when you have that many cards. So it's not that and they're year round too. It's not like the NFL where there's a season. The UFC's year round. I don't know too many people. I mean, I wish there's a fight every weekend. I love it. It's my passion. I'd watch it. I'll take more watered down cards for more fights. I like that. But it has to be UFC. Because I know if they're at that level, they have the potential to go on to be greats, or they're fighting the best organization of all time. So I'm going to invest my time, my free time, into these guys I don't know. But we know that if they're in the UFC, they're the best of the best. We know what it took to get there, and this is the NFL, and you're seeing mixed martial arts at the highest level. When you watch these other leagues, they've already made the run at the UFC. It didn't work out. So then they're forced to go here. Or they had great runs in the UFC. They're older. They can't compete. So now they're over in this league because the competition's lighter, but they're still getting paid. We know what it is. It'd be like investing in, it's no different. Mr. Beast owns YouTube, right? And then you go to a hedge guy, go, dude, I got an idea. You love Mr. Beast, right? Like averages, whatever, 500 trillion views on YouTube every episode, right? Think of Mr. Beast, but just not as good. It's called Mr. Least. It's just like him. He's doing the same antics, but we don't have the same budget. We don't have the same resources. Our cameras aren't as good. Our staff's not as good. Our marketing's not as good. We're not going to get the same sponsors, but it's going to be the same type of thing. Anybody would go, well, that doesn't make fucking sense. Why wouldn't I just keep watching Mr. Beast? If that's the best, highest quality, most entertaining, why would I invest in a shittier product? Why wouldn't we just keep watching this? Because there's a space, man, clearly. Look how many fans he has. People are dying for more. No, they're not. No, they're not. He puts out videos all the time. No, he's not. These guys, these investors, Silicon Valley, whoever the fuck, the Saudis, whoever's fucking funding this bullshit, I don't understand. And then they'll all start off with the same narrative. If you've been around long enough like I have, it's all the same narrative. Equal rights, fighter pay, we're about the fighter first, we're going to give them equity in the company, all this bullshit. And then about a year goes on and you see how fighting actually works and you go, oh, fuck. We're not making any money. There's a reason the UFC's been around for so fucking long. They have the model. Do you agree with it? Maybe not. Can they pay the fighters more? Maybe, but they don't. They figured it out. They're the only organization ever in the history of combat sports to earn a profit. For years. Everybody else has lost their ass. So we can debate fighter pay, the Reebok deal, Under Armour, this pay, fighter pay, it's only 18%, whatever you want to argue. But as far as business side goes, nobody does it better than UFC. It's actually, this is going to hurt some feelings, it's the only way to do it. I know it's crazy coming from me. I argue Dana, the Reebok deal, fuck me. As far as fight promotion goes, the structure of the UFC, ready? I know, they could pay guys more. They don't. They don't have to. The way the UFC is structured, as history has shown, as the books show, is actually the only way to do it. Any other way does not work. Has never worked. Will never work. So whatever gimmick you come up with to sign these fighters that are great names 5, 10, 15 years ago, however you want to paint this fucking zebra, it's still an older zebra. It's not going to work. It's never worked. You're literally wasting your money. That being said, pay those guys all the money, give them all the money they want. And all it's doing is delaying these guys from moving on. But they're making money, so I'm all for it. But from a business side, there's no other way to do it than the way the UFC does it. There's not. If you have an argument, I'd love to fucking hear it. What's your sample size? Affliction, out of business. IFL, out of business. Bellator, out of business. PFL, maybe another 2-3 years. Who else you got? Strikeforce, out of business. Pride, out of business. UFC, the leader in combat sports by billions. And y'all want to argue that this UFC doesn't, could they change some things? I'm sure. But if they're doing a case study on mixed martial arts in 50 years, the UFC business structure will go down as the greatest to ever do it. And this is going to hurt feelings. There's no other way to do it and make a profit. It sucks. They should get paid more, but they're not. And you guys still watch. It's the only way to do it. people say, oh, but they're only paying 18% like the NFL, like the NBA. They're not the NFL. They're not the NBA. They're not. But they're athletes. I know. But they have a union. I know. But they should get 50% pay. Maybe. Do you know the books on the UFC? I don't. All I know is year after year, the most profitable organization in the fight space of all time, and they're getting bigger and making more money year after year after year. There's no other way to do it and stay alive. All these other organizations keep popping up, and they just fall to the wayside. Fighter pay 50%. Can't do it. It's a shame. I wish they would get more pay. There's no other way to do it. Unfortunately, there's no other fucking way to do it. There's no other way to do it. You like swimming, but you don't want to see the swimmers get wet. There's no other fucking way to do it. It's the only way to do it. What the UFC does, the way they run the ship, it's the only way to make a profit in fucking mixed martial arts. If you have another example, I'd love to hear it. Now, don't tell me if they only pay 18%. You tell me they can't pay 50% and still make money. Do you know their overhead? Do you know how many employees they have? Do you know all the fucking commission shit and the health insurance and liability and the venues? All the liability shit? I don't. All I know is they've been around since 1993. And they're the only promotion, including boxing, and all of combat sports that actually makes profit. Why would they ever change? They're not going to. They don't have to. Because the record shows it's the only way to actually do it. GFL, I give them 3 years. Depends if it's Saudi funded. They keep burning the candlelight at night, keep it alive until eventually those guys go, fuck, they're right, man. We can't keep throwing money at this shit. Look at Bellator, look at PFL. They don't have enough fighters. They can't fight the guys. UFC don't have that problem. They don't have that problem at all. Guys are so disgruntled in these other leagues. I'm not active enough. This is my job. I can't get paid. There's not contenders. I saw a GFL and went, oh, God, again? Here we go again. Good luck, though. What else you got, Jen?
Alexander Gustafsson, who's now also a part of GFL. He's will most likely accept a deal for BKFC as well.
God damn, who the fuck is fighting Gustafsson? BKFC, dude. Good luck, dude. I've seen that guy with my own eyes spar 10 rounds in just boxing against a fucking high-ranked boxer and beat the piss out of him and then jump in, no rest, jump in and beat the shit out of me when I was getting ready for Mitrione. We're on the same card. And some say he stole that night with the greatest performance of all time, even though he lost. Some thought he won. I choked out Mitrione, okay? But, so there's a lot of talk around the water cooler that I stole it. Dude, it's up for debate. But he did have the greatest light heavyweight fight of all time against John Jones, and I choked out Matt Mitrione. Listen, tomato. But who the fuck is fighting that guy in BKFC?
Yeah, they said it'd be some sort of UFC or Bellator vet.
Good luck with that.
Our boy Sage Northcutt signs with PFL. There's not an official announcement yet, but they're saying he should fight within 2025.
I love Sage. Yeah, he's the man. Yeah.
Okay.
PFL, where you go to never be seen again.
Yeah. Greg Hardy, he was also on that GFL roster. He was knocked out again in a Russian boxing match. And I'll just play the clip.
I feel like he only gets knocked out.
It's pretty bad.
He's so big, too. He's fighting like a cruiserweight. He has to cut to 65. It has to be all the years of football, and then you just got in the game too late. He gets fucked up. He's fighting a smaller guy, but clearly the guy's more talented. He's so big. Boom! Left hook. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, man.
it's a nightmare.
But he'll be part of GFL.
Cool. Let's take a little break, and then we're in the home stretch, kids. Because this holiday season, what if I told you there was a product you give yourself for Christmas or your bros out there who like to drink them some wobbly pops? What if I told you about Sure Shot, the world's first alcohol detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content little as 30 minutes? This is not snake oil. This is a fact. You can drink a little more this holiday season. That Christmas party, your family Christmas party, Christmas Day, you didn't get the gift you want, so you're down a bunch of doubles of Jack. You're not feeling great. Get some Sure Shot. It is your elf this holiday season. Just like Santa depends on us to give them milk, I depend on the elves to give me Sure Shot. It's fantastic. All right. It's going to sober you up 30 minutes or less, gives you a sharper mind and body, liver support, well-being boost, gut support, hydration. So this holiday season, there's going to be Christmas parties. You're doing them right now. Get a 4-pack at Bevmo. You got the Amazon. They got TikTok shop. It's everywhere. It's the absolute real deal, Holyfield. Just go to sureshot.com. Use promo code Brendan to get 10% off or order from the TikTok shop, Amazon, or Bevmo. Pick it up this holiday season. Sureshot.com. You're welcome. What else you got, Jim?
All right. So earlier this month, you saw Jamal Hill bump into Alex Pereira, and then Alex threw gloves at Hill to
Hill was like talking shit, and then Alex tossing the gloves. Then Hill kind of
I'm
good.
He didn't want to do it. So this is just Kamaru Usman's take on it on his recent podcast with him.
I don't know what the purpose was, because this is the thing, Henry. Well, this is Kamaru talking to Henry. If we got issues, it's on site. Like Jamal Hill kind of made it look like you should have let it go right there. Your face to face, you got to let go as he came up. Not on Twitter now, like it's going to go down. But then you ain't swing on him. He said, put the gloves on. And you put the gloves on. So what was the purpose of you going up saying that? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was just kind of silly altogether. All right, remember that fighter that asked Dana White for a contract? He was in the stands, question, and then Dana said, you fight on Korean Zombie's league.
And win?
If you win, yeah, we'll sign you.
Here's the thing, though. More news came out about him. Apparently, Korean Zombie got in Dana's ear and was like, dude, he's a nightmare to deal with. You don't want to sign him. And then he lost his fight anyway, so Dana was like, it worked out anyways. We're not going to sign him. And Korean Zombie, there he goes. Korean Zombie told me he had a lot of problems with that kid, threatened to pull out of the fight if he didn't get more cornermen and crazy shit like that. So he goes, it played out the way it should have. Yeah.
And then Dana ended up signing the guy who
won,
fought, which is
hilarious.
Alrighty. This was cool. I saw Chael Sonnen post about you. It's like a appreciation post.
What?
Yeah, he did it like a day ago. I'll just play this part of it. You can watch it the whole thing later, but it's all like positive stuff. So
I'm telling you now, and I won't. You have the debate of how he would have done with Kane. But Brendan coming out saying I was going to surprise Kane doesn't mean he's claiming that he was going to beat Kane. But he would have been Kane's biggest challenge. That is absolutely true. I saw with my own eyes. Brendan Schaub would have been Kane's biggest challenge. And if you find yourself in a fight harder than you thought it was going to be, things unravel. And so to Brendan's point that I would have surprised Kane, he would have surprised Kane. And you want to know one person who was aware that this was happening, because California is only so big. You want to know one person that was hearing, hey man, you better be watching this Brendan Schaub. You better be watching him. Don't just look at number 2 and 3 and 4 ranked guys. You better be watching this Brendan Schaub. You want to know one guy that knows that? Kane.
pretty cool clip.
Yeah, I love Chael. He didn't have to do that. Why did he do it?
Just randomly. It's like came out of nowhere.
Yeah, with that, I appreciate it, Chael. I love you, brother. I trained with Chael forever, and he saw me go against other guys. With Rogan and Callan, the internet just in general, even with Rogan, like I adore Rogan, right? He's like an older brother to me. He's been so helpful. At that moment, too, like I wouldn't offend Rogan and go, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, you guys, not you guys, but the people out there will go, but Rogan's watched thousands of fights. He knows the fight game. Agree. And so do I. The difference is like you're not in the training rooms. You're not, he hasn't, and it's just, this is how it goes. But I would never disrespect Rogan like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because there's analysts, right? There's fight analysts. And Rogan has, he has high level kick or karate, that he's competing, but it's not professional to the level of the UFC. Whether you're on the prelims or the main card, if you're in the UFC, you're a professional mixed martial artist at the highest level. Now go even further with that, and I was fortunate to be ranked in the top 10 and fought some of the biggest names in sport, fought some of the biggest cards in sport, Ultimate Fighter finale, right? So there's analysts that watch the fights, right? And then there's those that actually do it. And you're in the training rooms and the everyday thing. So I know how good Chael Sonnen is. I know how good Michael Bisping is. When I tell you I know how good John Jones is, I'm not telling you because I've watched the same highlight videos or I sat down with my friends at Buffalo Wild Wings and watched his fight against Gus Finn. I'm telling you this because I was in there with him inside a cage. And I've gone against the very best in the world for years. And I know how those guys stack up. And I know how I stack up. I know. So when I say Cub Swanson, best I've ever seen, I know maybe some of you are new and, oh, he's this guy that used to do comedy. He's this dad now and does trucks and cool. But there was a time when I was undefeated on a 4-fight win streak. And I went to Greg Jackson's, and I've been with everyone. GSP, Wonder Boy, Shane Carwin, Nate Marquardt in his heyday, Dwayne Ludwig, Elliot Marshall, Rashad Evans, Donald Cerrone, Leonard Garcia. I mean, I can keep going. Then when I come to California, the list gets bigger. Verdum, Gus's Finn, Volkov, Pat Cummins, Mark Munoz, Bisping, Chael Sonnen, Ishii, Tony Ferguson, Strickland was with us for a short time. I mean, the list is wide. And then from there, even from there, and then I'd cross-pollinate and I'd go here, I'd go all over, man. National Wrestling Team, University of Northern Colorado, Colorado Springs. I've seen it all. All this to say, and I know people are like, oh, Rogan did what he thought was right, agree 100%, and thank God Rogan did that to a certain extent. But also, if that Rogan wasn't such a close friend, I would have said, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've been doing this day in, day out with the best in the world. I know exactly how I stack up against these guys. So that's where I'm going. Me going, I think you'd be surprised, is me going, you kind of don't know the way the sausage is made. Now you've seen it, but I'm talking the way the sausage is made being on those mats. Lyoto Machida, Anderson Silva, Khalil Roundtree, Gilbert Burns, Bigfoot Silva. So my career went Colorado, those monsters, Albuquerque, Jackson's, to California, all of Southern Cal, during the very Cron Gracie, Machida. I mean, you're talking the who's who, man. Every day going against them. So I know how I stack up. Mm-hmm. Going from that, and then I go to Florida. You know, all the monsters in Florida, went with all those guys. So I've never really talked about it. When I go, I think you'd be surprised. That's not me being like, oh, I don't know, man. I believe in myself. No, I'm telling you, I think you would be surprised. Because when it comes to this, like the inner workings of being a professional athlete at this level, you would be surprised. That's what I meant by that. No disrespect at all. My dearest friends, yeah, you'd be surprised, dude. Because again, it's different. John Anik, adore him. These guys that break down the fights, Luke Thomas, one of my favorite people. Ariel, oh my God, the best we have. When it comes down to actually what's going on inside there, I've walked through that fire. No disrespect at all. I think you guys that's what I mean, would be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Chael said the same thing. He was just saying, like, you guys don't know what he's done in the gyms.
Yeah.
Like, he did some crazy shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Chael. It's crazy, man. I don't know why he did that. I don't know what sparked that, but I love Chael. He's one of the best. You think Chael knows what he's talking about? You know? Yeah, I mean, and that's why when I talk even if guys talk shit about me in the past, if I've trained with them, like, now they talk shit about, like, Bisping, dude, I was blown away by Bisping, dude. And it was kind of at the tail end of his career. In the training room, I saw him go with Heron, Henner. They couldn't submit. I couldn't believe, like, his cardio. And I remember it's such a blessing, dude. I wouldn't change anything about my career, about my life. It was such a blessing being around that and be able to see it. Like, you guys know Bisping, for the guy that lost his eye, became champ and beat Luke Rockhold on a short notice fight. And he's the biggest star in European history, right? Or London history, for that matter. He's the one who sparked the whole wave.
He was at one point.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, he's the reason. Ultimate Fighter winner, like, it's Bisping. Dude, and again, I know I'm not GSP, I'm not John Jones, whoever the fuck you watch on YouTube. But I've been in there. I've put in the 10,000 hours with the very best in the world. And for a guy to shock me takes a lot. Bisping, Cub Swan, like Bisping, I was like, holy, this guy doesn't stop. The amount of volume and just his work ethic. I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's why he's a world champion. That's it. That's why. Dude, I mean, and to be an outlier with those monsters is so hard to do. To be an actual outlier where guys go, Jesus Christ, man, take it down a notch. Tony Ferguson sparred all the rounds with us. We spar all the time, sparred all the rounds. And then on the heavy bag, running laps. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy drinking, dude? In outliers, dude. So for those guys, there's certain times in my career where you're just like, oh my God. Gustafsson, when Oleksandr Gustafsson, when I went down to his camp, and Dominic Cruz is there, and Gustafsson's there, and these other heavyweights there and we're on the same 165 card. I knew Gustafsson was good, seen some videos, and I get in there with him. And I think I said on Fighting the Kid, I said, I guarantee you Gustafsson takes John down. Because I've trained with both of them. And I felt Gustafsson's hips. I didn't watch Gustafsson's hips on YouTube. I didn't look up old highlight videos or hear rumors on forums. I shot a single on him and chain wrestled with him against the cage and sparred rounds after rounds with the guy. And I've done that with Olympic athletes at the wrestling level. I've done it with GSP, Rashad Evans, Shane Carwin, Ron Waterman, Justin Gaethje, the highest level. And I saw Gustafsson's hips. I went, holy fuck, he's going to take John down. Again, that's not, I think he can't take it down. No, I've gone rounds with John. I've gone rounds with Gustafsson. Holy fuck, his hips are insane. His timing's insane. He's going to take John down. That's where that comes from. That's all it is. It's awesome. It's awesome. And thank God Rogan had that conversation. Because let's say I go on to fight. Let's say I go on to fight. I lost to Travis. They give me another name, right? I was kind of a name, so I'm not going to get a nobody. They give me a name. I beat that guy. I choke him out. I starch him. Then I win one more, right? And then I get to Kane. It just delays everything. Who knows what injuries I get, whatever. It delays everything. So who knows if there's any fighter in the kid? Who knows if there's any Schaub show? Any of this stuff. Live stand-up, live podcast, my entire thing that I've built that I pay for my family. I don't get punched in the face anymore. I can do my passion with the trucks and all that stuff is from Rogan telling me. I think you'd be surprised. I know that, oh, dude, you got roasted by... No. He did me a fucking solid, dude. That's what friends do. He knew I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yes, thank God he did that.
Thank God for me, too. I mean, thank God he did it for me, too. I got to have a career.
This whole thing, who knows?
I have a career because of it.
Yeah, because all of us do, dude, because of him. And it's like, could I have kept going? Of course, man. I feel, it's the fighter heart, man. I feel like I'd fight right now. I ran 2 miles this morning. Fucking flying, dude. Lifting, 225. I mean, I'm on the sauce, but still, dude. Like I bust out 225, no warm up, knock out 30 like it's fucking Skittles. Couldn't do that when I was a fighter. But again, I'm gonna be slower, but I feel like I can fight right now. But so that never goes away. But if I would have stuck around, who knows? Maybe a little more CTE, maybe blown out knee. Thank God I have no injuries. All my football years, all the fighting years, no injuries, dude. It's uncommon. It's uncommon. Now, is it because I started lifting when I was 6? Maybe. Say it stunts your growth? Well, I disagree. I'm gigantic.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is thank God he did that. Because if I would have gone down that road and I don't meet Brian, fighting the kid doesn't start, which is so much fun. My life's insane, dude. It's such a blessing. And I can spend time with my kids, and it all worked out, dude. But if I would have kept fighting, and let's say me and Kane have a battle, I go back and forth, but he beats me, and then I don't start this whole podcast thing. It's just, who knows? I'm fucking holding mitts at a UFC gym, It's tough. That's what you don't want.
No, it's a blessing.
Super blessing. Forever in debt to him. Love him like a brother. He knows this. But that, I've never talked about it. That's why I said you'd be surprised. It's not like, it's like, no, you.
Yeah.
That's it. Shout out to Chael.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that. That's so cool. Didn't know he was going to do that. I don't know why he did it, but
It just popped up in my feed.
cool to see some positivity once in a while,
Yeah.
That's cool. And he would know, he would know.
That's what he said.
He would know. Yeah, so I miss nothing about fighting. I miss those days. The driving was fun. I was with my coach, Tony Jeffries. We drive down, we talk the whole time about life, whatever. Then you jump out, you warm up, and then, I'm with the boys. I miss that. Run around, warming up. It's sparring day. I miss that. Then driving back to run laps around Santa Monica College. I miss that. Just different time, Is that it, Chin?
That's it.
All right, kids, you got Fury Usyk 2 going down this Saturday in Saudi Arabia. Listen, I'm on record saying this. Tyson Fury is my favorite fighter in all of combat sports. I absolutely love the fucking dude. But I think Usyk is possibly the greatest of all time. What he's doing at his size in the heavyweight division's fucking bananas. His amateur career, bananas. Minus 150. Listen, and I'm not saying they're going to do this because neither of these gentlemen would ever do this. If you want to make all the money, you'd have Tyson Fury win, so you have the trilogy. Just saying.
Just throwing it out there.
Just saying. But yeah, Usyk's going to be a tough one to beat. He had him on icy legs last fight. We'll see. This is a very fucking tough fight for Fury. But I'll be rooting for Fury, but I do think Usyk's probably the greatest to ever do it. Enjoy the fights, kids. There's no UFC. This is the last UFC of the year. Not cool, UFC. Not cool, okay? Wish there was a GFL on Christmas. So we'll see, man. You have football, but whatever. My boy Travis Hunter won the Heisman. Holler. See you, Buffs. Holler. That's it, kids. No dry, fast, all gas promo. We're done for a little bit. Whoever, again, started the show with this, thank you guys so much for making Dry Fast All Gas what it is. That's me do a passion I've always wanted to do. Can't thank you guys enough. Hopefully you enjoyed the merch. And that's it, man. There'll be another one coming up, I don't know, 3-4 months. See how it goes. Got some plans. But that's it. Enjoy the holidays. But I'll see you guys next Monday. I think we'll be back in there, right? Won't be shit to talk about. We'll figure it out. We always do. Thanks for liking, subscribing, watching. Love you guys. And be safe out there. See ya.